having a 90% win rate but still bleeding cash, winning most of your trades but you're still not making profit? How is that even possible? You're probably asking yourself that, right? So if you ever felt frustrated while trading, knowing that you're winning most of your trades but you're still not making profit, then we're going to discover the secret that causing that in trading today. So let me introduce you to two traders, Trader A and Trader B. All right. So Trader A has a 90% win rate. You risk $100 per trade to make $20. Right. That missing a dollar sign right there. Dollar sign to make $20. And one of his losses wipes out five of his wins. Right. Because if he making $20 per winning trade, if he risking $100 to only make $20, then that means if he lose one trade, which is $100, a loss would be $100, it wipes out five of his wins. That's with a 90% win rate. But then there is trader B. With a 40% win rate, he risks $100 to make $300 per trade. So that means one of his wins pays for three of his losses. So if he win a trade, he makes $300, right? Because he's risking 100 to make 300. And that $300 is three losses because one loss is $100. All right. So that's trader A and trader B. Trader A has a higher win rate and trader B has a lower win rate. Which one would you rather be? Would you rather be trader A with a 90% win rate, but one loss wipes out five of your wins, or trader B with a 40% win rate, but one win pays for three losses? Which trader would you rather be? I would say the better answer is kind of surprising. Like you would be thinking that a higher win rate, that's all what you need. So long as you're winning most of your trades, that means you're a good trader. But you in for a big surprise. You in for a very big surprise. Let me drop the secret sauce on y'all, right? So the secret isn't really how often you win. It is about how much you win when you're right versus how much you lose when you're wrong. As we can see, how much you win, how much trader A wins when he's right is only $20. How much trader B wins when he is right is $300, right? You see the big difference, right? So in trading, what we call that is risk to reward ratio. Most people, when you hear people talking about risk to reward ratio, it's going to be symbolized as that risk to reward. That's all what it is, right? So when you hear most people talking about risk to reward ratio, oh my gosh, how the fuck I shifting that? That's what it is, right? How the fuck do I shift that shit? Okay, all right. When you hear people talking about that, is usually called RR, risk to reward ratio. It's basically telling you if I risk $1, how much dollars will I make? So that's what risk to reward ratio is. So for example, trader B has a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio because every $100 he risks, he get three times that. Trader A, on the other hand, has a fucked up risk to reward ratio, right? Every one he risks, he only gets 0.2% back. So that's a fucked up risk to reward ratio. That's not even a 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio. That is a kind of like it's just not good. Let's get into the maths. So I did some maths to calculate who would be the most profitable trader between trader A and trader B if trader A has a 90% win rate and trader B has a 40% win rate over 100 trades. Okay, so as we can see, trader A has a 90% win rate. He wins 90. If he have a 90% win rate over 100 trade, that over 100 trades, that would mean that he win 90 trades, right? So if he win 90 trades and on his winning trades he only making $20 profit, then that will be 90 times $20, which is $1,800. And for the losses, if you have a 90% win rate over 100 trades, you will lose 10 trades, right? And if his losses are $100, 10 times $100, $1,000. So his net profits over 100 trades is only $800. Now let's look at trader B with the 40% win rate, right? He only wins 40 trades out of 100 trades, but these 40 trades, these 40 winning trades gives him a $300 profit. That would make his winnings equal to $12,000. And if he loses 60 of the trades, because if you have a 40% win rate over 100 trades, he will be losing 60 trades. If he loses 60 trades and each loss is $100 only, 60 times 100, that's $6,000. His net profit after 100 trades would be $6,000. Over 100 trades, we can see that trader B makes 7.5 times more money than trader A with half the fucking stress. Imagine you're trader A, right? You take 100 fucking trades, right? And you only profit like $800. Imagine you're trader B, you take 100 trades, and then your profit is $6,000, right? Plus, we have the added benefit of trader B. When you're trading, you don't have to worry about keeping that high win rate up. Trader A have to worry about keeping that high win rate up. Like you have to worry about winning every trade. Because the moment that you do win every trade, that $800 profit just starting to disintegrate. But trader B, he know his win rate is 40%, so he don't really, he just basically just doing what you're doing, like he trading so calm because okay, a loss is a loss. I know I have a 40% win rate. That's good. And he just keep on trading. So now you're probably asking yourself, but why do we as traders chase high win rates? There have two reasons for chasing high win rates, and I go through both of these reasons. I was once a trader who cared about high win rates before. That's when I was just starting trading, right? Ego. Telling people I win 90% of my trades sounds 10 times better than saying I win 40% of my trades. You know, if you're a trader, people let's ask you questions. People let's ask you, so how much, what's the percentage, how much trades do you win? Because people that don't know trading, thinking the same thing as you, which is you have to win most of your trades to be a good trader. But in fact, that would be wrong. So it just sounding better to tell people I win 90% of my trades, I win most of my trades. 90% of my trades, I win them. Yeah, so people looking at you like, oh my gosh, 90% win rate? That means you know what you're doing. You see? So it's sounding 10 times better than telling somebody, oh, I only win 40% of my trades. They're looking at you like, oh, that man just gambling it. That man just gambling, but they don't know about risk to reward ratio. They don't know about what the fuck I teaching you there today. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think I go a little bit too overboard with that. On social media lies, okay? You only see the highlights or the wins of other traders on social media, so you think that they win most of the trades, and you try to replicate something that is undoable, that is doable but unrealistic. I mean, so basically, you're on TikTok, you see fellas just flexing their winning trades. Oh, today I make a 1 to 10 RR trade, and you see $10,000 in the bank. Every reel you see is basically somebody winning. So you thinking, oh, so traders always winning trades. Them man doesn't have losses, right? So in your mind, you're saying, okay, so that means I have to win every one of my trades. So that means you put in an unrealistic standard on yourself, which is kind of unrealistic but doable, right? You put in an unrealistic standard or unrealistic belief that you're supposed to win all your trades. You're not really aligned with the truth. And the truth is you don't have to win all your trades to be a very profitable trader, right? But you don't know the truth yet. So you're going off that, you create a truth based on what you're seeing on social media, which is kind of like cherry picking. They only cherry picking the wins and not the losses, right? I don't have nothing against social media. I don't have nothing against influencers that showing off the wins. I just telling you how your brain working. That's how your fucking brain working. Now, you know the two main reasons you chase a high win rate. You have to ask yourself, is it actually worth? Just ask yourself, is it actually worth it? And then weigh the opportunity cost. Like ask yourself, is it actually worth me? Okay, I have a high win rate, but I barely making money just so I could tell people, oh, I have a high win rate. Is it actually worth that? Is it actually worth trying to follow people on social media and trying to replicate something that unrealistic? Is it actually worth it? Or do you rather just have a 40% win rate or 50% win rate, but you're making cash, you're stacking bonds, you're stacking dollar bills, you're stacking dineros, right? Oh my gosh, I like to do them kind of videos. We doing more of these videos. We doing more of these fucking videos in the future. Okay, so the solution, because every problem have a solution, and if you have a problem, that means they have a solution. Stop looking at problems as something that's bad. Every solution, every problem have a solution tied to it. Every single problem have a solution tied to it. So the reason that the fact that you get in a problem, that means they have a solution. Because every problem have a solution. Right? We're talking about duality. They cannot have a problem without a solution for it. Every problem have a solution. Stop thinking so. What you should focus instead, what you should focus on instead of a high win rate and trying to create these unrealistic standards for yourself, the solution is three simple things. Your risk to reward ratio first. Decide through data, which is what I did. Basically, I backtest like 100 trades or 300 trades, and I realized which risk to reward ratio would serve me better. Like for example, which risk to reward fits your personality best? Is it a 1 to 2? Is it a 1 to 3? Is it a 1 to 4? Etc. The higher your risk to reward ratio means you will need a lower win rate to be making profit. Like for example, with a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio, you would only need a win rate above 20% to be profitable, right? The higher your risk to reward ratio, that means you basically have to win less trades to be profitable. But then it comes in with a caveat. Having a win rate of 30%, can you really stomach the losses? Imagine you're trading on a funded account, right? You have 9 losses in a row, 9 consecutive losses, but that's normal for a 25% win rate. 9 consecutive losses in a row. Can you go probably like 2 weeks with 9 consecutive losses in a row and that not fucking up your psychology? You have to find out the balance. Okay? Find the balance. For me, it's a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio with a 50% win rate. That is fucking awesome for me, right? 1 to 2, 50% win rate. I know I only risk in half of I know I only win in half of my trades and I only lose in half of my trades. 50%, so I could stomach the losses. I could the longest consecutive losing streak I could possibly have is like a 4 or 5. And then I bouncing back after that. So you basically have to know what how much losses you can stomach. Now that coming into point number 2, position sizing, right? Risking only 1 to 2% per trade so that losses don't really hurt as much. Like for example, if you're risking 50% per trade, right? You're risking half of your account per trade, and you have a 50% win rate. Chances are, with a 50% win rate, one loss is extremely probable, right? So with one loss, half of your account done. Half of your account done versus risking only 1% per trade. If you risk 1% per trade, but you with a 50% win rate, okay, sorry. But oh my gosh. But with a 50% win rate, if you're risking 1%, the chances that you lose a trade is very high. Right? And if you lose a trade, that's only 1% of your account. You literally have 99 more percent to risk individually with 1% per trade. So you have like 99 more trades to make that shit back. Instead of only having one more trade to make that shit back when you risk half of your account. So that's kind of the magic of position sizing, right? If you know your win rate is very low, put your position size lower, like probably go like a 0.5% or 0.25% if you know your win rate is 40% or 20%. So you could stomach these losses, right? So yeah, that's basically position sizing and consistency, right? Stick to your plan when you have losing trades. Stick to the plan. Don't come out of the trade. Stay in the trade. Stick to your plan, dog. Even if you're losing trades, don't try and change. Don't try and change your strategy. Losing trades is part of your strategy because you have a 50% fucking win rate. What? You have a 50% win rate and you don't expect to lose trades? Come on now. Come on. Stick to your strategy. Stick to the same strategy. Just keep on repeating the same thing over time. And then your 50% win rate going to show itself. And then you're going to make cash. You're going to make cash. It's literally that easy. I don't know. Tell me if you like that style of video. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. I know I'm going to keep on doing it for like Sundays and Saturdays because I doesn't backtest again. Right? I get my strategy. I know what my strategy is. No more backtesting. Like for example, yesterday we was in a trade. Like I doesn't just talk about that shit. We enter the trade right there. Trade go up. $300 drawdown. It go down. It go up. It go down. It go up. It go down. It go up. It never hit my TP1 there. It never hit my TP2. So I didn't do nothing to the trade. I stick to the program. With my trading strategy, I just move out of all trades at 3 o'clock. I move out of the trade at 3 o'clock. I had like a small loss of like $80 or something like that. I stick to my strategy to the T, even if it wasn't what I wanted to see. I could have get out of the trade there, make some cash, get out there, make some cash, but I didn't. Stick to the strategy. Just stick to the fucking strategy. Right? You backtest the strategy, you know it working, just try and replicate that backtest as fucking perfect as you can. And that's what I do it. So that's today's video. What's the title of the video? Today's video. Oh my gosh, I don't even have the fucking title for the video. Wow. Alright, so yeah, that's today's video. You already know. Big up yourself. I appreciate the support.